Philippines is a nation of happy people. Their deep love of music have always brought them through the good times and the bad times. In the 1900s, a unique form of classical music called kundiman was formed. It had a double meaning. The songs were often disguised as a profession of undying love to a person, but to the locals, it was a secret way to inform Filipinos of the struggles of everyday Filipino life, from the oppression of the Spanish colonizers, thus encouraging revolt to the oppressors. Kundiman, as mentioned above, is a genre of music which can basically be described as a Filipino love song. A smooth, gentle melody which used poetry as lyrics, brought together by music to warm the hearts of lovers everywhere. Dr. Francisco Santiago, who was labeled the father of the Kundiman music, believed that anyone who's heard these types of songs would instantly fall in love. These songs are said to have an intense feeling like nothing you've ever felt before. It is said to have gotten the name from a group of men that were serenading under the moonlight one night, repeating these three words, Kung Hindi Man. The story goes that the men sung so loudly that they awoke a priest as he slept, and hearing these three words over and over, he woke up very angry, and he asked them to stop singing their kundiman. Instead of him saying three separate words, he ran them together, and there the name was born. In the old days, young men, accompanied by their friends, courted women by serenading her with love songs underneath her window at night. If the woman in the house opened her window, it meant that she liked him too. This was called harana. In the countryside, it is not unusual to see young and old alike gathered in front of a small TV and a karaoke machine, taking turns singing their favorite songs. National TV stations also offer variety shows that almost always include a singing contest. Harana, the Filipino serenade, would be done with friends or musicians for backup. Also, it was only done at night. A father and daughter would sit inside their living room, or as they call it, their big room, and the singer would be instructed to stay standing and sing unless given permission to sit. To win the girl and her family over, it was best for him to bring gifts for the girl and her family alike to impress them. After the singer is done, the father would do all the talking, doing a sort of interview, while the daughter would remain silent. Some Filipino singers that are known internationally are Lea Salongo, who sang the theme songs from the animated films Aladdin and Mulan; Arnel Pineda, who became the new lead singer of the American rock band Journey; and Bruno Mars, to name a few. The Spaniards ruled the Philippines for over 600 years, making their influence in Filipino culture, especially in their music so easily seen. In this type of music, you can definitely see the Spanish influence just simply by the name harana. It is derived from a string instrument that resembles a guitar, just a little smaller in nature. According to Felipe De Leon Jr., who is chairman of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts Studies at the University of Philippines, the day may not be too far away when we shall have committed our own native music to the grave, partially forgotten, abandoned, its beauty laid to waste by an unknowing generation whose only fault is not having been given the chance to cultivate a love of it. In his opinion, he feels that Western pop and commercial music is taking over the Filipino culture, and in the future their own traditions will be forgotten about. From what I've learned so far, it would be very sad if this happened because of the rich culture of the Filipino people and their love for music. That's what keeps them so close. The world needs love more than anything, and we could use more influence from them in our own culture. Here now is Joseph Simmons. He is from Shreveport, Louisiana, and he is pursuing his Bachelor's of Applied Arts and Sciences. He is going to speak about the Filipino people's faith and religion and also close out the presentation. Joseph.